Shall we begin? Let's begin now.
Space, the final frontier. These are the voyages of the Star Trek Enterprise. Her 5-year mission: to find new life and new civilization, to explore new worlds, to bravely go where no man has gone before.
Brightest day, blackest night, no evil shall escape my sight. Let those who worship evil's might beware my power. Green Lantern's light! And all 3 of these are the Ron Reen, but there's still Lantern Corps. My Green Lantern one was missing. Alright. Hello and welcome to
Really?
Random
Rants.
the show where we do.
Just that.
I am Tim,
And I'm Al.
and we are.
Some of the random people.
And today we are going over our own theory, which is what if the DC universe, specifically Green Lanterns, we're focusing more on that, and Star Trek connected.
Yep.
Now we're leaving out information for the most part from the Star Trek Green Lantern crossover comics, although yes, we happen to be using Green Lanterns and the Lantern Corps.
Anyway, so one of the first points that we want to cover is that the colors of the shirts and the colors of the some of the main cores are very correspondent. You have the blue shirt, which is hope, which in the rings represents hope. Doctors, that's something that brings a whole lot of hope to you. Red, rage. Everyone's mad when they see a nice, personalized red shirt because they know they're gonna die. And then the yellow shirts, which they're the captains, and their job is to intimidate the enemy, to bring fear to those opposing them. So, Yellow Lantern Corps, fear.
So we were basically thinking that what if the Lantern Corps eventually bridged out to.
Well, what if the crews of the Enterprise were inspired by the Lantern Corps?
Alright, the next we want to say is the warp tech. It's very similar to that of
The Lantern Corps. There's no way for the Lanterns to do their job without them being able to get places really quickly. And when it comes to space, getting places quickly is a big problem. So, we're assuming that the Enterprise gets their warp core concepts from the cores.
Another we want to point out, which is kind of a coincidence, there is a Vulcan in the Green Lantern Corps. We would show the picture right now, but due to copyright reasons we can't, so just Google search Vulcan Green Lantern and he should show up. But, I mean, if there is a Vulcan Green Lantern...
That gives us a million more reasons to believe that this theory is true. The next thing that's up is that there's a enormous, and I mean an enormous, amount of evidence pointing towards Sherlock being related to Spock. Sherlock Holmes being a distant ancestor to Spock.
And Sherlock Holmes has been in the DC universe multiple times, not just as someone, oh, I'm reading a Sherlock Holmes book, but like legit Sherlock teaming up with Batman has happened before. So I mean, it's kind of believable.
The article where, sorry, my apologies, but the article where it has the information about all the reasons why Sherlock will be related to Spock would be in the description below.
Mm-hmm. We also want to point out that in Star Trek, there have been some solar system, that have red suns or red stars.
Tons of them.
And Krypton was right near a red sun, which, I mean, it kind of means it's possible.
Okay, so the concept of the red star it's not just a concept, it's a real thing. But seeing as Star Trek is supposed to happen in the future of the real world, then that gives us all more reason to believe that the DC universe happens in the future of our real world. So that's why the
red sun being like Krypton.
The Krypton's red sun, and so that actually gives the concept that maybe the DC universe is supposed to be like further in the future of our one. That's a theory for another day, but there's more information towards it.
We also want to point out there was an episode, I believe it's called Mirror Mirror.
Mirror Mirror, yes.
Yes, from the original Star Trek series, and that had them going to a mirror universe. Of course, in DC Comics, there is Earth 2, which is
and
pretty much
of others.
Yeah, it's pretty much a mirror universe, except there are things different. Just like in Mirror Mirror, the universe wasn't exactly the same.
Anyway, so there are a couple of reasons that we believe that the Star Trek universe and the DC universe could possibly be intertwined.
What are your ideas? Because I'm sure you have plenty. Just comment them below, and we will mention them in another video sometime.
Are there any reasons are there any ideas that we missed? Are there any comics that support this? Please comment below. Also, subscribe and go check out that paper that we mentioned earlier. It's actually quite intriguing and thought-provoking.
If you liked this video, then click the like button. Share if you want other people to add to this theory.
And so, hashtag Deb did it first.
And have a really, really random day.